Okay, we want to have one more final video addressing how to resolve the issues of solving equations, elementary equations of the sort that we're seeing with cosine of x equaling a, cosine of x equaling a, okay? Where again, a is one of those less familiar values to us, um, like any value between 1 or -1. So here we go, okay? So the cosine of x equaling 1, we know it's easy enough. We don't need a calculator. Just happens at the beginning and the ending of the cycle, 2 pi k. -1, okay, is going to happen at pi and then 2 pi k down the line, so pi plus 2 pi k. If we're saying where is the cosine of x equaling 1/2, then that's a familiar stop. We know it's 1/2. Cosine is positive in the first quadrant, which is 5 pi over 3. So that's a pi over 3 reference angle and 7 pi over 3. Okay, so those are easy enough to find. What if the cosine of x is equal to -1/2? Okay, then again we know the cosine is going to be negative in the second and third quadrant. Okay, where we're going to pick up, okay, the solution, which would be here, the second quadrant solution, which would be 2 pi over 3, and the as a second quadrant solution, and the third quadrant solution, which would be 4 pi over 3. Now, when we have less familiar stops on the unit circle, like when is the cosine of x equaling to 0.3, let's say, okay, then we know there are solutions. We know it's going to hit twice per cycle. Uh, and if we're going to go to the inverse cosine to evaluate that, then it's going to give us but one solution, okay, which is going to be this point, this is 1.26. The second solution is going to be again in the fourth quadrant, which is going to be 2 pi less than that, which is going to be right here. Or what we can do, owing to the symmetry of cosine, is to say it happens at whatever value this gives us, and the opposite of that value. So let's look at that right here and kind of summarize that for us. So we knew that the cosine of x equaling 0.5 had two solutions, as we can see right here. Just give me a second, grab a pen. Okay. So if the cosine of x were equaling 1/2, we know that that is x equaling pi over 3 plus 2 pi k, and 5 pi over 3 plus 2 pi k. What my contention is, this value and this value both are solutions, okay? And they are opposites. So we could go with just the one, because if we're going to go with the inverse cosine, it's just going to give us that one. So this one is the opposite of that, which plus 2 pi k is going to give us this next solution, okay? Or just plus 2 pi, if you will, okay? So moving down here, if we're going to say what are the solutions to the cosine of x equaling 0.1? Well, we know there's a solution, and the solution is going to be found using our calculator, asking the calculator, what is the cosine inverse of 0.1? You can check it for yourself. I'll guarantee it gives you 1.47, okay? But what we're going to say is we're going to take that and its opposite, okay? So we're going to say the solutions to the cosine of x equaling a, where a being any value, it can be either positive or negative, we'll show you that in a moment, okay, are, okay, the cosine of inverse of a, okay, and plus 2 pi k, and the opposite of whatever the cosine inverse of a is going to give you, plus 2 pi k down the line. Okay, so we'll show you that over here. If the question is, what is the where is the cosine of x equaling -1/2? Okay, then we're going to say it is, okay, as what we can see here. the 2 pi k, or the 2 pi over 3, so x equaling 2 pi over 3, plus all subsequent solutions, okay? So 2 pi over 3 plus the 2 pi will give us this guy down here. Well, and we can say it's equal to the opposite of that same solution, 2 pi over 3, plus, okay, 2 pi k, which are all solutions, which is given this one, and then this guy, okay? So with a less familiar number, like, okay, this guy where it says, what are the answers to the cosine of x equaling negative 0.3? Well, we know it has answers, okay? And if we ask our calculator and say the calculator, we have to ask the calculator, what is the cosine inverse of zero point 0.3? You can plug it in. I guarantee it's going to give you this guy, 1.875. Okay, that's radians, of course. And, okay, all subsequent solutions plus 2 pi k, okay, plus 6.28 would give you this guy. So plus 2 pi k. And you're going to find you can also say x is equal to the opposite of that decimal value, 1.875, okay, plus 2 pi k. Okay, so in general, we're going to finalize it and just say for anything of the sort, anything solutions to cosine of x equaling a are going to be the cosine inverse, and of course that's for a being anything between 1 and, for a between 1 and negative 1, okay? The solutions are the inverse cosine of a plus all hits down the line, and the opposite of the cosine inverse of a plus all hits down the line, okay? And then that should do it for solutions to the cosine x equaling a for those values of a that are less familiar to us, okay? So that should do it.